Millennium Moms is an organization, a not-for-profit organization that was founded all the way back in 1993, and 27 years on, they've managed to touch the lives of more than 3,000 women across the country with 500 active members who are on the board as we speak. Today, we have some very special members from Millennium Mams to talk to us about investing lessons, and also their mentor, Mr. Dhanuka. Mr. Dhanuka and all the ladies, Rachna, Sunanda, as well as another Rachna we have on the show. Welcome on board. I want to start with you, Mr. Dhanuka. You were one of the core founders of this organization. What was the ideology behind it, and how did you start off operating something like this?
Actually, I thought that let me offer some flexi module for housewives, because it is acceptable that they cannot indulge in 24/7 model. So I offered them that they should become an investor, and that's how, according to the availability of time, they can read and invest, and when they are busy, they can stay out of this investment.
So in the early 90s, what was the kind of scope did you see in this field of women entrepreneurs or women investing actively?
It was really challenging, very, very difficult, and particularly in Calcutta.
Okay.
Because why people will send their wives, etc., to me? Because I was nothing. I was not a model, etc. So it took few years for me to get even students. We started from 5, then gradually it grew, and now there is a big shortage that during the admission time, our life is in big problem.
All right. Which of you has been associated with Millennium Mams for the longest? You have?
I have been. I've been there for more than 20 years.
Okay.
Luckily, I was in Calcutta at the right place at the right time. So when I heard about Millennium Mams, I jumped at the chance. And it's been a dream journey.
Okay.
Learning so much about a new subject.
Okay. How did you all hear about Millennium Mams? Rachna, I want to know how did you get associated with it, and how differently have things panned out since you joined and over the last however many years you've been associated?
Yeah, I didn't have any exposure to investing till I joined Millennium Mams, and incidentally one of my friends, she introduced me to this organization because I'm not from Calcutta and I got married and came to Calcutta. So when I came to know about this organization, so I felt very interested in it and I knew more, and then I joined this organization. After joining this organization, I think now there's no looking back, and after 2 years of course I've started investing, and that too following the principles of Warren Buffett, like never lose money, as sir says. And after that now my portfolio also, I'm looking after my family's portfolio as well as my portfolio on my so that is during this time also, like the time which is very volatile, but still we are stable because it's about long-term investment. We don't follow anything which is related to trading. So now, and that confidence has been there in us because we know that we are taking proper care, because we go through a series of learning. It's about studying the balance sheet, meeting the CEO or the chairman of the company, then doing the field visit, learning more about the company, and then coming to the conclusion that whether we should invest in a company or not.
Sunanda, what attracted you to a body like Millennium Mams, and what exactly, like if you had to make a pitch to other ladies and other budding investors who are watching the show, what is it that is taught differently at your organization?
So what drew me to the organization was, honestly, this was something I'd always been looking for, that someone would simplify finance and teach you how to invest, and they weren't bothered as to what your qualifications etc. were. They were willing to write on a clean slate, and I think the way both the our mentors have simplified the subject for us, it's really unique. So that's what drew me to it. And what I believe is really unique and about this organization is, look, our motto has been empowerment through financial literacy. And unless you have financial independence and you know how to manage your funds, you are not going to get empowered.
Yeah.
So that was what really drew me, and that's what, you know, has continued with me. Like I don't think it's like something you join and you can never leave, because the learning is constant. It's
So-
constant.
So, can anybody enroll themselves with your organization? Because a lot of people, a lot of women are a little wary that they may not understand finance as well.
Yeah, I would say that there's no educational background which is needed to join this organization. But as Sir also said, that there's more demand than supply. So we are little choosy. People have to go through interview process. But there's no such criteria that you have to be a graduate or you have to be a postgraduate to join this organization, nothing as such. And those who don't get an opportunity to join or be into the system, they are catered through workshops.
Okay.
So some
Online or offline?
offline workshops, yeah.
You were saying that during admission season, it gets very tough for you. Right now, you have a Kolkata chapter and a Bangalore chapter.
Yes.
Any plans of expanding, for instance, in a city like Mumbai, where already, markets and investing is so big, or even a Delhi, etc.?
Actually, I don't think that online will work in our case because we are catering to a very small number.
Yeah.
That is around 40. And it's a very personalized
No,
approach.
even offline, would you like to expand?
Offline, it's not that practical again because my presence becomes important. We have classes in Bombay. I
Okay.
tried for a few years. But there is a big demand all over India. But we have got our limitations because we don't want to compromise on the quality. And we are catering from zero level. So zero to hero. That is a literally tough game, no?
Can you walk us through the kind of teachings or the modules that you all have? How long is a course if somebody wants to do it, and what is exactly essentially taught?
Right. It was 2-year course,
Okay.
once in a week, but now we have reduced it to 1 year, and it became more intensive.
Okay.
So once in a week you have to come for the classes. Once in a week you have to meet in a smaller group, and apart from that you have to read Economy Times
Okay.
for 1 to 2 hours.
Okay.
So
That's
is
the
our
Bible for
syllabus.
anybody who's
That is our
following
Bible.
the markets.
So that's how it progresses. Initially, when we cater to the new students, it becomes very tough because they don't know anything about economy and
But do you
economic
also
times.
tell them to watch ET Now along with reading the Economic
No,
Times?
I don't need to tell them because ET Now is very popular among Millennium Mams as it is. So our style is little different because as Rachna said that we want to follow Warren Buffett principle,
Right.
and that's how 29 of us, we went all the way to Omaha to
Okay.
attend the AGM of Berkshire Hathaway.
Wow.
And we were representing India.
When was this?
Last year?
This
This
year,
year.
in
This year?
2019.
In May?
Yeah,
This year
this
in
year.
May.
Okay.
So I find that there is a huge demand for women empowerment, and women empowerment cannot happen without financial independence.
Absolutely.
And financial independence cannot happen without financial intelligence. So this is the series. Otherwise, more or less, it's a lip service.
Yeah, I would like to say that finance is a core. It's about investment, how to invest, how to create wealth out of your earnings. But then there's a holistic approach also now what we are following, like taking care of the emotional wellness, because financial wellness is now it has to be complemented with emotional wellness. So that is also taken care of. Then we have an authors forum in our organization where all the budding authors, those who always wanted to, write a book, now they've got an opportunity to learn and how to go about it and then put your, pen down your thoughts. So that is also going simultaneously, and many other workshops for the
It's a
holistic growth.
holistic
Yeah, for the
approach.
holistic growth. Of
What about
women.
goal setting, Rachna? When you joined, did you have any goals in mind, or did you think that you want to make X amount of money, or this is the kind of investments you would want for yourself and your family or children, etc.?
To be honest, I was like a blank slate. I knew nothing about investment. So literally, sir had to start from the scratch. We learned the nuts and bolts of investment, understanding the business world, companies in it. And then they also helped us to understand our own temperament also, how to have the correct philosophy of associating with the market so that we can sustainably be there and learn about the fundamentals and basically, you know, women are more risk averse. So
Yeah.
they understand us better.
Yeah, they want to just buy gold and like hoard it for the rest of their lives, right? But what have been your some of your key learnings or takeaways, Sunanda? If you talk to any of your relative, your friends, etc., about your association with the organization, what would you say? I mean, what is the best thing? What have you learned?
Learned, I would say one is from the personality point of view, it's been confidence. It's really been confidence and understanding that, you know, you don't always need fancy degrees after degrees, etc., to even engage on any particular subject. Learning is for everyone and it's available. You can do it at any time. You just need someone to guide you the right way. That is one. Apart from that, you know, it's... I think what happens when you deal with, you know, you learn in this way is basically you have unlearned a lot what you learned earlier. It's become so simple so that even when I talk to, say, when I talk to my children about it, I realized that I could come down to their level when they were younger. You know, they would ask me, what are you busy with? What are you doing? So I could come down to their level. And what really surprised me was that they could actually grapple with the subject in a way that I was also understanding it. And the other thing was that here it is not a tunnel vision. You are taught, you have to understand what's happening in the macro. After you understand the macro, you come down to the industry and then come to the company. So it is a very systematic way of actually investing your money.
Okay.
So
how about, I'm sure you all are on social media, etc. So are you trying to spread this message on different platforms? Are you trying to engage more women?
Yes, of course. So we are trying to tap social media to create awareness about this program so that more and more women come into the system. That is why we have taken this approach, because for a year's course we have classroom sessions which sir takes the session. So for that we have a limitation that a particular number can only enroll. Apart from that, we are going all out to have workshops for ladies, specially designed workshops, 2-3 hours, so that they just know the importance of investment, importance of wealth creation, and then from there they can take off. Because those who are into maybe some other profession and they don't have that much of time, so they can also avail this facility. So that we are doing, and we are making it more popular on social media, so that those who don't know about this workshop or Millennium Mams, how we are going about it, so they can know through this platform. So we are on LinkedIn, we are on Instagram, then Facebook, and we are doing as much as possible, because we have a chapter in Bangalore as well. So there also we have a group of ladies where sir goes on and off and he takes sessions for them. So through social media, yes, it's working very well for us.
So how often do you conduct these workshops elsewhere?
Elsewhere, once in 2 months or maybe once in a month, as and when we
It's
get
a
this.
day-long thing, or is it a week?
3 to 4 hours, maybe a short session for 3 to 4 hours, or depends, maybe for 2 days, 2 to 3 hours per day. It's like that.
And how typically are the enrollments and response to these?
First of all, we don't charge any money.
Of course, okay.
So we are
I'm glad you clarified.
non-profit organization.
Yeah, it's for philanthropy. So
And that's why there is no demand, frankly speaking. Because whatever I have to deliver, I will deliver. I don't have any pressure to, I did not get anything that sort of, and we don't have any agenda, any agenda that you buy from this broker or
the only agenda is to
empower.
inspire and
Yes,
empower.
to empower. And apart from what Rachna said, we take them for factory visit.
Okay.
We ask them to attend the AGM. Now we are very popular in Bombay to attend the AGM.
That's why it's a hands-on approach, because we go and learn there. We learn from the corporate heads. They are like the Tata Group. They are supporting us in a very big way. Supporting us means they are giving us opportunities to come and access to come and interact with them. So that is also a very big learning process for us.
So typically, how is the response, like I was asking, to these camps that you organize? And
that is fantastic. I tell you, within 2-3 hours, they learn so much that they don't need any further classes. And they become investors. Because when you follow Warren Buffett's principle, they are so simple that anyone can follow immediately. Because the first principle, what he said, na, that never lose money.
Yeah.
It looks stupid that how can you never lose money
yeah.
in capital market? But that what is. If you follow, like say principle number 1 is choose your management properly. So 90% job is done.
Done, yeah.
Then the remaining 10% you choose the right business and you're done.
So, Mr. Dhanuka, do you have any statistics about your own members, the kind of wealth they've been able to generate?
No, number 1 I don't have and I will not disclose also.
But
But I can tell you-
it's all online and it's all legit.
That's right.
So,
But I can tell you, I'm so proud of one of my students who was the number 1 student 27 years back. Now she is the biggest investor in Calcutta. I will
Oh,
not name,
wow.
but she is the biggest investor in Calcutta.
That's
And she also started from 0 level and she reached to this height.
and she's still actively doing it.
Actively doing, yes.
Perfect.
Definitely.
Any other success stories you'd like to share?
Yeah, I think all,
Her story is also a very big success story. Why
So
don't
why
you
don't
share
you
your
tell
story?
us?
Yeah.
as Sir said, we started from 0, and I'm amazed that I am today where I am. And understanding about the economic world, able to make some sensible investments, and on my way to financial freedom, I would say. So it's more than I had ever hoped for or imagined that I could do.
Right. So do you all typically invest in the equity markets, or are you using other avenues, SIPs or ETFs, etc.?
So I think what the classes and what we are taught is we are taught the pathways. And ultimately, like I think Rachna mentioned, is that you understand your own temperament and then take the decision. For most of us, direct equity is the best.
Okay.
But then there are people who feel that, they would like to go through an SIP or through mutual
Yeah, that's why I'm
funds.
asking the trend. What is
Yeah.
more dominant?
Within, I think from what I have seen, most of my friends, it's direct. Once you get this knowledge and this confidence, it is direct. I mean, then you feel you can do it yourself. So why do you need to
And
go
once
through
you
anyone?
understand the management, because that is the most important thing you have to understand before investing in a company. So things are made so easy for us that now we've started understanding that which management is good and which is not good. So if you go
It's
by
a
good
partnership.
management,
That's
it's a
what,
partnership.
when you are investing, you realize you're an owner and it's a partnership with the management. And once you get that type of mindset, I think that's what makes investing so much easier.
So Rachna, recent past, the markets were going through a roller coaster ride. So during those times, what were the kind of questions that all of you all and other attendees and members had? What were the key concerns and how did you try to abate it?
So we are investors, few are entrepreneurs, they're not too much into investments, and they are newcomers also. So those who are seasoned investors, they would not worry because we are long-term investments. We just see the long-term, we have a long-term
Big
vision.
picture,
We are not shaken by what is happening in the short term. So we were sitting patiently, and yes, slowdown is there. So we were discussing like when will it revive? A lot of questions they come up, but we don't get so much hassled by these short-term volatility which is happening. We take it with a pinch of salt, and the newcomers, they are still coming into the system, and the entrepreneurs, they are also like, but as Sir said that women, what's the beauty of women? That we are patient, we keep patience, and we can look at the larger picture.
Also, he said risk averse. So this is a risky, volatile time. So how are you encouraging people? Because this
No,
will be
let me explain this.
Yeah.
There is no risk. When I become partner in a cement company, I always tell my friends in cement industry or any other industry that what is the difference between you and me? Because you are also working for cement. I am also participating in your profit in cement.
Yeah.
So I am better off, no? I am better off. If cement company is doing well, I am also reaping the benefit. If not doing well, I don't bother because cement
Accountability is not that high.
accountability, apart from accountability, I will not sell because as a cement, that promoter of cement company, he will not sell the stake because of the slowdown, etc. Ultimately, it's very easy. I tell you, I follow the law of least effort, as mentioned by Deepak Chopra, that you don't have to do so many things. No? And another way I look at investment is, it's a very boring thing. There is no excitement.
Yeah, because it's long term. You just
Exactly.
sit
So
quietly and patiently.
if you are if you are to accept this, then only become investor. Otherwise, you want excitement, then money will not come. And
Only excitement.
Yes,
Only
yes.
excitement will stay.
Good or bad.
One thing I just add over there is you were asking about the slowdown and what's the reaction. So I think in one of our first classes, Mr. Dhanuka had told us that you only invest your surplus money and you're never to be leveraged.
That's a very
So
important
those
lesson.
two things
yeah.
are key. You know, when you're not leveraged, then what do you need to worry about?
Yeah.
You have to, fundamentally, you have to follow 3-4 rules of the game. Invest from surplus, never sell unless you need money, and choose the right partner as all of them have chosen in life.
And that's how we get an opportunity to do many things, many
Right.
other things which
Right.
we were always craving for, but we didn't have time because we are all housewives, homemakers, and we have kids. So many things to do. So we cannot indulge into, not
Day-to-day
investing, day-to-day
excitement.
trading, excitement. No, that's not our cup of tea.
All
I
right.
would like to add that a downturn can also be seen as an opportunity.
Absolutely. yeah.
Because Sir has always maintained that money is to be made when preparedness meets opportunity.
Absolutely.
So if you're clear in your mind about what are the type of companies you want to invest in,
Yeah.
so if it's a downturn, then there's an opportunity there.
Yeah. Absolutely. So buy with your surplus money
Yes.
and be patient
Right.
and choose the right partner. In this case, the right company and the right vehicle for investment. That's the word coming in from all the members of Millennium Ma'am. Thank you so much, all of you ladies and Mr. Dhanuka for joining
Thank
us
you
on
very
the
much.
show.
Thank you so much.
Great to
Thank
chat
you.
with you all.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.